Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I just am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to teach us how to become the alchemists of our life and how to become spiritual beings and bring in divine partnership. So today, I'm going to do another love reading. Angel number 22, which is beautiful. 22, master building. We're building heaven on earth. I'm so excited. It's going to be a great time. All right, angel number 32. Dear God, guardian angels, ancestors, beings of light, we come to you today as humbly as we know how to just say thank you. God, what messages do you have for us to bring in divine partnerships, to become the alchemists of our lives, or just to bring heaven on earth? God, any messages that you have for us, please deliver them to me and through me. Allow no room for doubt and confusion, Ashe. Ooh, y'all. It's the card peeking up at me. A fortune card peeking up at me. Angel number 103. So the two cards that came out is, I love this. The two cards that came out is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you have been feeling as though you want love, or two things. If you've been feeling as though you want love and that you want to bring in your divine mate, then God is saying that you are worthy of having the love that you deserve. And in order to get that love, what God wants you to do is focus on you loving yourself. It says love yourself first. Love yourself first. Your self-worth makes you more romantically attractive. Angel number 143. And so I know nobody wants to hear this, but it's like, in order to get the love that is truly meant for you, you have to be willing to be able to become whole on your own. You have to learn how to love yourself first. And trust me, girl. I did not want to hear that. I have a letter on Honestly Sis. I love this so much. Oh my God, look at this. I have a letter on Honestly Sis. I just have to pull this out. Y'all. Opportunities, sunshine, achievement, and personal riches. I'm going to put this to the side. We're going to see how that's going to play in angel number 222. So, what I was saying was, I have a letter on Honestly Sis called Malcolm and Marie. And what I realized is that even though I was a college graduate, a two-time college graduate, I was starting a job at a public accounting firm. I was only 22 years old. I was quote unquote cream of the crop. I was, in all sakes, for all intents and purposes and society standards, I was a success. But when I met my ex, I was really in this place of where I wanted to be saved. I was in this place where I just wanted to be loved. I may have had all of this academic success, but I deep down inside did not feel like a successful person. I did not feel I just didn't feel successful. I felt like a failure, low key. Angel number 313. I felt like I worked myself to this position and I did it for nothing. I realized I wasn't living my life for myself. It was just so much stuff that I was going through. And so when I met him, I wanted to be saved. And so, but when I met him, it was it wasn't, even though I felt all of this chemistry and all of this stuff, and y'all, all of this is on Honestly Sis. I felt all this chemistry and stuff, but it was just there was a little bit of a tension, and it was because he was so focused on his career and his passion and where he wanted to go, and he, love was kind of secondary for him. And it honestly kind of made me realize, oh, I don't have anything that I'm passionate about other than trying to find a nigga to love me. I didn't have any, hopes and dreams. I damn near didn't even have no hobbies. All I did was read, and I didn't even think of reading as a hobby. It was just something that I've been doing all my life. Angel number 414. And so, as we was in a relationship for, 7 years, what I realized is that him being the way that he was, it gave me this room. It kind of low-key forced me to love myself. And I feel the more and more I think about it, I feel like God brought us apart because there was so much stuff that we went through together. But then it was when it was time to be apart, when God don't want you to be apart, he don't want y'all to be, he pulls it apart. And I had to realize it was because I was relying on him. What did I tell y'all? Anytime you put your hope, your trust, whenever you rely on something outside of God, he's going to fuck with it. He's going to take it away because he don't want you to get your strength and your reliance on anything outside of you. And so I feel like God put us apart so that I could see my own strength, so I could learn to love myself, so I could realize like, oh, all the things that I was attracted with him was really because he was reflecting who I was. He was reflecting my missing pieces. And so that's why God is really trying to hone into you guys in order to have these divine partnerships. It's not about us going into relationships and forgetting ourselves. It's about us going into relationships and bettering each other. Iron sharpening iron. The J and the B, like the reason why we look up to J and the B is because they're both dominating their fields together. Oprah was on her fucking show preaching for years that you can't have it all, and then Beyonce was like, but hold my motherfucking beer. Everybody preaching, oh, you have to have, you can't have a private relationship, your personal life, now all of a sudden everybody feel like your personal life and your career got to mesh together, and then Issa said, but hold my motherfucking beer, bitch. And then snuck and got married on our ass. So what God is trying to get you to understand is you set the fucking tone on how you want your life to go, how you want it to live. You can't be living up to society standards. So whatever you want, God is saying it's worth it. It's worth exploring. Angel number 623. The other message that came out, God is saying it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Angel number 640. So God is saying your feelings are real and worth exploring. It's safe for you to love, but you have to love yourself first. That's why we get into these relationships and we overextend ourselves, because we're deep down compensating for this part of us that don't really feel worthy of love. And I know you don't want to hear it, but you have to love yourself first in order to get the love that is truly meant for you. But don't take my word for it. I'm gonna get us I'm gonna put us in a vortex. Where is these cards at? I lost them, y'all. Where are them damn cards at? Oh, here it is. Angel number 725. Like, where's the cards? Where them cards go? All right. All right, God. Clarify this message of romantic feelings. It is safe for you to love. Find yourself. Find yourself, though. God is saying find yourself to somebody. That's the problem. And that's why I talked about in the Makima Marie. It's like when you don't love yourself, when you don't accept all parts of yourself, you get into a relationship with that person and you expect that person to fill in that hole for you. And then when that person doesn't fill that hole for you, you get mad at that person, then you want to leave them and be like, that person ain't shit. But the problem is you're asking somebody to feel something that you don't even know how to feel yourself. So that's why you have to become whole on your own first, so that when you get into a relationship, you're not getting into a relationship out of this place of need, but you're getting into this place of love, desire, and romantic feelings. You hear what I'm saying? Building. Told y'all, God trying to get us out that codependent love. All right, romantic feelings. It is safe for you to love and love yourself first, God. Clarify this message. Give us one tool that we can use to really understand that there's nothing. Cancel, delete. God, give us one tool that we can use to understand that we are worthy of love. We are worthy of having the partner that is made for us. God, let us know why it's so important for us to love ourselves first in order to get the love that is meant for us. Allow no room for doubt or confusion. All right, so 2 cards came up. I can look for things I appreciate in relationships. You cannot get. All right, I can look for things I appreciate in relationships. You cannot get the relationship of your dreams when you cannot get the relationship of your dreams when your chronic thoughts about relationships feel lonely or angry or worried or disappointed. But as you look for things you appreciate in yourself and others, as you make lists of the positive aspects of past and present relationships, you train your vibrational offer to match the vibration of your desires, and your perfect mate must then come. It is law. Your romantic feelings is real and worth exploring. You cannot get from the relationship. You cannot get the relationship of your dreams when your chronic thought pattern about relationship feel lonely, angry, or worried or disappointed. You cannot get the relationship of your dreams when you saying niggas ain't shit. You cannot get the relationship of your dreams when you say hoes are out here winning. You cannot get the relationship of your dreams when you say can't nobody fucking be trustworthy. You can't trust no fucking body. You have to tell yourself a different story about your life and then about what you want to experience. But as you look for things you appreciate in yourself and others, so as you start to love yourself, as you start to look at the J's and the B and say, oh, well, I appreciate that he supports her this way. I appreciate that he gives her the space to be who she is. I appreciate the way how Jay brags about his wife. As you look for that, then you'll be able to train your vibration to telling the universe, hey, I want that. You train your vibrational offer to match the vibration of your desires, and your perfect mate must then come. It is law. Again, it's not about magic. It's about the stories you're telling yourself. It's about what you believe is possible. That's another article on Honestly Sis. It is safe to love. Beneficial thoughts, beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. This is the second time this card came out. There are things in your environment that you believe that match what you want. And there are all kinds of things in your environment that you believe that define what you want. How would you even sort them out? How do you know the active beliefs within you that serve you well? The active beliefs that do not serve you. How do you know the active beliefs within you that serves you well and the active beliefs that do not serve you? How do you know the beneficial ones from the detrimental ones? The beneficial beliefs feel better when you think them. The detrimental ones feel worse when you think them. So when you tell yourself stories about love and you say, niggas ain't shit, I'm not worthy of love, I'm too fat, I gotta lose pound, I need to get a BBL, and you feel like shit, that's because that's denying the truth. Your soul is like, bitch, you don't need to get a BBL. You don't need to do anything. You just need to stop. You need to change the stories that you're telling yourself. You need to stop looking at the shit that you don't have. Start appreciating what you do have. You need to start speaking life and start loving on yourself. Again, God is saying it's safe for you to love. I can give you who you want, but you have to be mindful of the stories you're telling yourself and how it's making you feel. Angel number 1230. You feel like shit when you say that stuff because your soul knows it's not true. Your soul know that love is really meant for you. But the lie that you're telling yourself is that you don't deserve love, that you're not worthy of love. And the resistance is because your soul is like, bitch, what you talking about? That's the only fucking thing you're here for. You hear what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I tend to see the best in everyone. Again, what do you get? What's the stories you're telling yourself? How are you feeling about the stories you're telling yourself? And then what the fuck are you giving your attention to? That's how you get the life of your dreams. You think my ex changed because I asked him to fucking change? No. Actually, that was the fucking problem. That was the problem. Because before I was like, why you want to do this? Why you want to do this? You want to do this? Do this. Instead of looking at my goddamn self and being like, hey, do you do this? Do you do this? It's only when I start to love myself. It's only when I start to better myself. It's only when I start to be like, no, I'm doing this. This is my path. That he worked on himself. And then even then, it still had to be a vibrational match. Even then, I still have to be mindful of the stories I tell myself. You hear what I'm saying? Take accountability for your life, okay? God is saying you change the stories that you tell yourself. You be more mindful of how you feel about the stories that you tell yourself. You be more mindful about where you put your attention in the story, or where you put your attention. And then God says, personal riches will come to you. Small successes are likely and larger ones are on the way. Opportunities will come to you. An important offer will be made. Be prepared to dress to impress. Achievement, enjoy the limelight. You earned it. And sunshine. The sun is shining on your career, business, growth, and fabulous. What God is saying is when you focus on bettering yourself, every fucking thing in your life get better. All the blessings rain in, including the nigga you want. Angel number 1433. Getting what you want is going to feel scary. When you start getting into this fucking vortex, when you start seeing life smiling at you, it's going to feel a little bit like, oh shit, when it's going to stop? When it's done, and I had to tell myself it's never fucking gonna stop. This is just how life is for you now. You live in a fucking miracle. You are creating heaven on earth. You live in a divine community. You're going to have everything you want. And guess how it makes me feel? I know it's safe for me to love. This is the love that I wanted, I prayed for, I wished for. This is the husband that I'm going to marry. I'm getting engaged. I've been telling myself that. Oh shit, I'm getting engaged. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm getting engaged. Actually, when I got my reading, my spirit team was like, we need her to be okay because she got to take care of her baby. I said, oh my God, baby? I'm having a baby? So it's like when you know, and again, it's only because I took that time, angel number 1533, to love myself, to learn how to speak to my spirit team, to figure out where the fuck, to get myself on the path I need to be. Once I did that and stopped focusing on that nigga, because that's the problem, black women. We keep focusing on these niggas and we just fucking our own self up, getting all off our path, and God is saying, fuck that. This is the second time God say, worry about your goddamn self. He said about the civil rights movement, fuck these white people, don't be paying them no attention, worry about your goddamn self. And now he's telling us when it comes to these relationships, fuck these niggas, worry about your goddamn self. It all comes back down to you. I think this is the third, fourth time I've said that. Angel number 1616. Let me get y'all a black angel and get on out of here. Because I ain't about to keep going all over this. You can have it. God is like, what the fuck you think you can't have in this bitch? What you think you can't have in this motherfucker? Watch I come and give it to you. Watch I come and fuck you up real quick. That's where I'm at. I'm at the point where I'm like, God, show me. I don't want to do a goddamn thing. I don't want to move. I don't want to talk. I don't want to learn nothing. I don't want to seek. I don't want to do anything. You show me who you are. Every fucking time. Every time I be like, God, I need something. I need you to let me know. He be like, okay. Every fucking time. And the problem is because you ain't asked. The problem is because you don't believe. The problem is you're scared to try. Fuck that. Ooh, you weird. You do spirituality. When these blessings start coming in, the shit ain't gonna be. It is gonna be real weird when these blessings start coming in. Shit gonna get real weird and scary. It's gonna get real and scary when I start fucking you up for real. When this shit start blooming outwards, oh yeah, it is gonna be weird and scary. Yep, I probably be calling all types of witches and shit. Oh, it's just God. Maybe it's witchy. Maybe it's God. Fuck that. God said, fuck a spell book. Bitch, you are the book. The fuck? Trying to tell us how to use these goddamn tools. Bitch. The fuck? Alright. Calm down. Romantic feelings. It is safe for us to love. I can look for things I appreciate in a relationship. Beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. Love yourself first, and I tend to see the best in everyone. God, what you trying to say? End this message up. Put it in a beautiful bow. And get me on up out of here. You just too good. You too fucking good, God. You too good. Bottom card gonna be ours. Y'all, I wish I could feel how I'm feeling in my body. Like, I just wish I could feel this. Angel number 1840. Ah! I just wish I could feel this. The midwife. Angel number 1848. The midwife. I got time. I think I'm gonna push it. Actually, I'm gonna pause because I don't want to rush this last message. I'm about to do our last alchemist reading, and I just don't want to rush it. Like, I really don't want to be time crunching. Like, I want to get this out because it's going to be the last one, and I feel like it's going to be a good one. So if you selected the midwife, you create your own cycles of struggle in life. You are caught up in your own web, and it's all very complex. Unraveling yourself from your own struggle is your deep soul work. You need help because it is difficult for you to name your own struggles. You only can feel them. How can you go through your fire to the other side of suffering? Are you driven by your suffering or stuck in the middle of it? Can you view your personal struggles as collective suffering? This is your work. Angel number 1945. What stuck out to me the most, are you driven by your suffering or stuck in it? Again, the stories that you're telling yourself. Like, I'm just say this. I love Nicole. EXO Nicole. But, like, when she said, like, she was like, I just came to terms, and I get this, like, you have to tell yourself whatever stories you need to tell yourself to feel better. But when she said, I came to terms with I may not be able to have kids, and it took away the pressure of my love life, yes, that may have made her feel better, but it's like, is that your truth? And my thing is, I'm not taking shit off the table. I want to be a mama. I want to be a wife. I want to be a director. I want to be a writer. I want to be a businesswoman. I want to be a fucking restaurant. I want to be a chef. I want to be a fucking historian. I want to be a fucking television show host. I want to fucking create books and podcasts and movies. And who the fuck about to limit me? That's how y'all got to be out here. And I'm going to do it all while building a solid ass family unit, by being a loving ass wife, by making my kids feel loved, protected, and nurtured. Because your kids need to see you as whole motherfuckers. And that's why, I'm sorry, B, I got to come back out again. That's why Beyonce need to start talking, because we need to understand what's the next level. You taught us how to, get to the level of being successful and maintaining that you can have, your career and your love life too. But how do you now maintain having your career, love life too, and being an awesome mom? That's what we need to hear from B. You are the witness to your creation, waking, birthing, sleeping, paralysis, and fear. You are always present at the birthing of something created. Your welcoming energy as a midwife makes the rough arrival of ideas, projects, and life itself more bearable. You have the wisdom, courage, and caring nature needed during birthing times, and your loving attention is important in easing fear. Your close relationship with fear also makes you close to life and death, because they can be the things we fear most. You help us through our fear of moving forward with life. As a midwife, you are the passage for bringing something on or something from one world to the next, or bringing life or projects from seed to creation or manifestation. As midwife, you are called on to help bring forth our creations, being a part of our rites of passage, initiations, transitions from birth to life, and sometimes life to death. You are invited to join. You are connected to what you help birth, and this connection can last for generations, assisting with the preservation of lineage, communities, projects, organizations, and kinship. Your waking path is evident when you see newness or freshness around you in the form of thoughts, things, or people. As a healer in the community, you carry us through to face what we need to face in the healing. You rally for us, whispering in our ear, keep going, continuing the path no matter what. When it appears as though we will not make it, that something seems to be challenging in our lives, you midwives will come again to encourage the bringing forth of our creation. Your support as midwife is vital to our wellness and to sustaining the path of life. You help us from turning around and running away too soon. You are present with us until the work is done. The birthing process is a sacred ceremony, and you are there. Historically, special women were available to ensure the continued creation of children, birthing rituals, and birth sanctuary. An incarnation of midwives in our lives help us through our fear of moving forward with life. Since midwives are around when there is fear, people tend to expect more from you than you can give. You may find yourself trying to give them more than you have. This situation could lead to you feeling unappreciated for what you give, and others feeling shortchanged by your inability to ease them of their misery. The sleeping path may emerge at this point. On the sleeping path, you too can be paralyzed by the fear of creation. In this fear, you might not be capable. You might latch onto some notion that you are unskilled in the birthing process, that you can't help others. You might be fearful of the thought that you too have the ability to be a creator, not just someone who helps others create. This paralyzing fear then closes off your life possibilities in your mind. As a midwife, you might want to embrace the fear as evidence of gift coming into your life. These are the gifts you ask for. Bringing forth other creations is fine as long as you are aware of your own gifts. Know that birthing or creating is tightly wound together with fear. In your healing, step fully into fear and wait for the gifts to bound. Angel number 25. And so at the spirit guide. And so what I feel, as I was reading that message, I just really felt called to just say, like, I've been saying this for a while, and I'll just keep saying it, is that we are birthing a new age. We are birthing divine community. We are in a transition of power. We are literally bringing heaven on earth. That's why it's so much fear right now. That's why it's so much, propaganda. And what God is saying is that you cannot focus on that right now. You cannot allow what the world and society is trying to feed you. They're trying to feed your fear. You can't allow that to happen right now. And I feel like what God is saying, especially us black women, when it comes to our love life, we cannot afford to settle. Because what I am really getting strongly is that our community, the what's going to bring us back together is us being in divine partnership. We all have to have our equal mate. We all have to get into our place so that we can birth these kids. These spirit babies, my spirit baby been on my ass, okay? They want to be born. And they can't come when you're saying shit like you're not worthy of love. They can't come when you don't feel like it's safe for you to love. They can't come if you don't love yourself. You don't want them to come if you don't love yourself. Again, we're trying to break generational cycles. We don't need to keep having kids come into the world like that. And so what God is saying is that if you're feeling fear about the idea of doing something differently, of trying to love again, of trusting somebody, God is saying, feel the fear and do that shit anyway. The fear is just fuel letting you know that you're doing something that you're supposed to do, okay? Fear is nothing but your mind saying, I don't have any information to go on against this. It's just like when we were in the cave and we put our hand by fire and it's like, woo, woo. That's fear. It's like, oh shit. Our mind is nothing but a big ass computer. When you're doing something new, when you're trying to trust somebody, when you're trying to love again after years and years of being hurt, and you're like, I'm going to do this differently. Your mind is going in the catalog of your mind. It's like, oh wait, we ain't never done this before. Fear, fear, fear. Feel that fear and do it anyway. Try to love again. Trust to love again. Open up your heart again. Try to love yourself. Put yourself first and see the best in others. All right, y'all. That is all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message and you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe so you will never miss out. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you. And never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Angel number 2747. Namaste. Take care.